All right, guys. Today we're going to go over the kind of that install day one in the Coach Malzahn system. This is mainly going over Patriot today. That is our power play. Just a little information on me. This is Coach Benke. I'm currently at Arlington Seguin High School as the O-line and run game coordinator. We're a 5A school here in Arlington, Texas. How do I know this? I didn't play under Malzahn, but I played under his system at the University of Tulsa. I was on there from 2011 to 2015, and under Bill Blankenship, we ran the Malzahn offense. So he left a couple years right before I got there, but we still had that system in place. Coach Blankenship was the running back coach under him when he was at Tulsa, and put up NCAA record-breaking numbers, and we just kept that offense. So I have 4 years of experience playing in the system, and we pretty much did the exact same plays, exact same calls, etc. So for us, this was day one install at Tulsa and also obviously at Auburn. This playbook that I have here is from Auburn, and it's 2010. So again, it's that same thing. So that first play is Patriot. That's power. The system for Malzahn would always use like team names as the plays, as the run plays, and then just a color for the direction. So an example would be Patriot would be black Patriot would be to the left, brown Patriot would be to the right. And then it'd be the same thing for any other run plays, black cowboy, brown cowboy, etc. So going over Patriot, in this diagram, this will be brown Patriot. I know it's might be tough to see, but we have this is where the tight end or H-back is kicking out. He is the kick out block in power. And then the backside guard is skip pulling or wrapping around for that play side backer. We did this a lot at Tulsa. We did it more out of the I formation with a heavy formation in 2012, the year we won the conference championship in Conference USA. But Auburn mainly used it as a H-back. And you'll see in kind of the clips shown here in a second that you can do it out of multiple formations. The easy way to teach it for me, and we run this at Seguin as well, is the front side of the play. So if it's brown Patriot, that front side, the right side, pretty much tackle through center, we're blocking down. So that tackle is blocking down. It can be a 4, it can be a 3. If there's nobody there, he would climb to a backer. Same with the guard. We like to scheme it up week by week to where we can get a good double team, but sometimes you're not able to if there's even numbers in the box or equal numbers. So sometimes you just have to go down. But again, we'd like to have a double team on this one. In this diagram, this is that twins formation. So we have a 3-by-1 set with the H-back and 2 receivers. So again, that H-back is kicking out. We kind of teach it here as a banana path or J path. We want to form like a J to kick out. That didn't show up at all, but we want to make sure that he's kick out and we can have our hips and our back turned so it creates an alleyway. Right here, we have the play side guard and tackle, double teaming the defensive tackle to the backside backer, while the center blocks back on the one technique. And then backside tackle is obviously we call it seal and hinge. He's sealing that B gap and hinging, trying to protect B gap. We don't want any backers or D linemen running through following the guard. In this case, I always teach it as for the puller, if you pull right, I want you to hit with your right shoulder. Obviously, I know it's not going to happen all the time, but we want to be inside out on the linebackers. You'll see here in a couple clips where if the puller were to pull right and hit with his right shoulder, it would open up that inside. Running back wise, we're aiming for the hash. So an example, if we were right on a hash, we're running right down the hash. We want this an A to B gap. This is a inside play. We don't really want to bounce it outside. All right, so this is an example of Black Patriot. This is from a Auburn film against Ole Miss in 2016, I believe. So we have the H-back here. We're running Black Patriot, so it's going to the left. Just I'll draw it up real quick. We're motioning this guy across, and we're hoping that this backer goes with him. As you see here in a second, it does not, so it adds an extra guy to the box. So we have our tackle and guard right here, right? We're double teaming. It would be the backside backer, right? Backside, center is back, and we have this tackle, seal and hinging, and B gap to protect the guard. The tight end is coming right off the tackle's butt, and he's kicking out the first guy he sees. So this will be this backer, or this walked up backer. Backside guard is pulling. He's skip pulling or wrapping. We teach a skip pull here at Seguin, but it kind of depends on the tackle or the guard in this case. I liked what Coach Bean Boss at OU said, that he teaches a skip pull, but if he has guys that are better doing it, how that naturally, he'll keep it like that. Sometimes we can overcoach it. And then again, the running back is hitting straight downhill, and it should be a vertical play. So again, we're down. See what causes this on this play is the penetration to blow up the play. Obviously, this front side tackle, his step is decent, but he's stepping under himself, as you see right here, and they have a slant call. So this causes the guard to have to bubble that around and mess up his path. In reality, he should be coming down for this backer, and this guy should go with the jet. But obviously, he does not fake he does not go with that jet motion. So if I'm guessing, Malzahn probably ran Steeler, which is the jet sweep, because he's not going with it. But again, we kind of mess up the play. We don't get a great play. But again, at 2nd and 10, we get 2-3 yards. Again, we'll show that one again. So we're here. Again, what causes the play to kind of get screwed up is just that penetration. Again, follow your guard. All right, next example. This is good by the pulling guard. This is an example when I say pull left, hit left. So again, he's pulling left, and you can see he's kind of hitting with his shoulder. Again, not too bad, and I like the physicality. He needs to be this should be a better play, but the double doesn't come off. So if we notice here, again, we should be doubling down. Tackle guard for this backside backer, and the guard is wrapping around. But as you see here, we do not get off on that double team. This is where they do a good job, and this is kind of a usually a common mistake in the first couple days and even games, is that we really focus on the double teams. We don't have our eyes on the backer as a double team. But again, good by the guard, hits the first guy he sees inside, even though it's not really his guy, and crushes him. And in this case, he takes up 2. Again, this is why we run power. In this case, Patriot it's a physical play. Again, good by the pulling guard, breaks it down. Again, first down, we get 9. Next example is a Brown Patriot. And again, we can run it from any formation. In this case, it is a tight end inline, not off, but it doesn't really matter. He's kicking the first guy he sees out the tackle, and as he notices this guy is good reaction, he sees this guy coming off the edge, so he gets just a piece of him. That's fine. Play side tackle here does a good job of blocking down, kind of slow playing it, allowing this guy to slant in front of him and pick him up. We do a good job on this backside. We get this wall. This is the case where I'd like, if this guard is pulling right, I want him to hit with his right shoulder, and I want him to inside out. As you see here in a second, the linebacker does a good job of squeezing underneath and making a play on this one. Again, he doesn't make the tackle, but he slows the running back down. We'll show that one more time. Again, so this is Brown Patriot, tight end out, tackle, guard, center, or back. Backside tackle does a good job of sealing. And here comes that guard. Again, this linebacker slips inside. So I'd like for this tackle to be inside out and make this linebacker stay out here. Because we notice here, if we hit that right shoulder, the next guy that can make the play is the referee. But again, for power, not bad. 9 to 10 yards on first down. We'll take that every time. Next one here is just an example. Again, we're hitting with that wrong shoulder, but it's all about physicality. This one, the double team does a great job of coming off for the backer. So we notice here it's Brown Patriot, tight end, kicking the first guy he sees outside, tackle, guard down, and this guard does a great job. You notice here his eyes are on this backer the entire time. So if you look here, he's engaged, but his eyes are on the backer. He's posting him up, and we're getting movement. So this is a great example of a double team and backside cutoff. The only issue would be I'd like this guard to hit with his right shoulder. But sometimes these linebackers are coming down fast, and as long as we get contact, we're good. All right, this is a good example of the weakness of power, especially that center position and nose guard. This is why we like to scheme it to where there's a double team because that's the point of power. Let's double one guy to the backer, so because two is better than one. Example here is that the center trips. I can't really tell if he trips, gets stepped on, or falls, but the nose guard does a great job here of getting off his block and making a play in the backfield. Right? This is kind of what we can't have happen. This is a Brown Patriot. We do a good job by the tackle and tight end and even that backside, but that one guy sheds the block and makes a play in the backfield. So again, that can be the downfall, as if your center is really outmatched by the nose guard. Power will be tough to run, but if you can, try to scheme it to where you can get a double team with that center and guard for that backside backer. This is a great example of, yes, we want this running back to follow the pullers, but this is why we seal or pivot and seal this backside. So you notice here, this backside tackle does a great job of getting inside and then turning him out, right? He's protecting B gap. We have a big wash here in the middle, and we have a pulling guard. Now notice this running back could follow the guard and get the 1 yard needed on this one. But he sees that the backside tackle does a great job of pivoting and sealing this backside and opening up B gap, and he hits it backside. So this is a great cut. At Tulsa, Coach Johnson was the O-line coach there for me for 4 years, Denver Johnson. And Coach Walls of Run the Power was the GA for 1 year. And our favorite saying was, linebackers shall overrun. You notice here, you run power. If you're a team that runs power a lot, teach your running backs to also look backside, because this is a common thing. We see the puller, linebackers are taught to flow over the top. If the tackle does a great job of sealing that B gap, this is what can happen. Getting a big play, picking up the first down. And again, if the receiver gets a decent block on this one, he might be gone. But again, that's a great job just knowing that these linebackers are going to overrun. We have that backside cut off, so great job here by that left tackle, and it's a big play. All right, here we go. This is, again, Brown Patriot with an inline tight end. This left guard does a great job of kind of bubbling around the penetration. So, again, that's going to be a minus by this play side guard, but he stays on him. But this is a great example when I say pull right, hit right. So you notice 77's pulling to his right. He's going to hit with his right shoulder, and it's going to open up this inside gap. And this is a huge play. Again, there's a flag. I don't know where the flag was, but this is why we run Patriot. Again, if you notice here, the game situation, we're in the fourth quarter. We're already Auburn's already up big, but this 2nd and 1, in this game alone, before this play, Auburn has ran power, Patriot, or cowboy, which is counter, a total of 20 times. And you just keep chopping wood, right? Eventually, those 3 or 4 yard plays are going to turn into big plays. So great job here. Center, 64 does a decent job of climbing up. I'd rather he gets beat over the top, but at least this is a great effort. But again, this is made by the double team and the wash, and then this pulling guard pulling right, hitting right, and opening up that inside gap. All right, so here we go again. This is the same game, fourth quarter. This is a different formation. So again, power is a play you can run out of any formation. I always just like to teach it. Play side, you're blocking down to double team to the backer, right? You're going to stay on your railroad tracks down. If the D lineman comes in front of you, you block him. If not, you climb up to that backside backer. H back or tight end, you're kicking the first guy you see on the outside of your down lineman, and pulling guard, you're pulling up, keeping those eyes squared. So again, we do a great job. We have a little backfield, just topping, window dressing up here, motion. So again, 27 does a great job of sealing him out. 77, great job again of pulling right, hitting with his right shoulder, and this opens up this play. Where again, the guy making the play is a backer who's engaged on a block that is going backwards, and he's able to make a play. Again, a lot of times, especially in high school, those guys aren't going to be able to make that play. Again, we'll watch it one more time from under center. This is Brown Patriot. Great job on that backside. Tight end really gets that sealed block right there, that banana path, and then again, right guard, pull right, hit right, open up that lane, and again, 10 yards. that's it for today, guys. So that's Patriot. Again, that's power, black and brown Patriot. Next video, we will go over kind of the counter to that one, which is cowboy, which is the counter play. And then we'll get going on to phase 2 install. Again, appreciate the time and appreciate you watching this video. I will see you next time.